Hey YouTube, Metro Dave here again. How's it going? This video is going to be a trades and pickups video, and I also got some bits back from Rockabilia, who I met at Revival, about the Commodore 64 stuff. So 3 things to cover today. Right, so first of all, got a trade. Done a trade with sybersnake7, Jay, who I met up with at Revival. Also watched his videos before going anyway. But yeah, I've been a real nice guy, as I said before. And while we were there, we were chatting about you know, stuff that he was after, and he was after something which obviously I'll wait for him to do a video on, that he didn't have. So I said, well, I've got one of those. And obviously, you know, I've got the Commodore 64, so he said, well, I've got some spare games for that, so how about we do a trade? So we'd already kind of arranged a trade before the end of Revival. So we've been texting each other, and kind of, you know, he sent me some pictures of bits and pieces that he'd gathered together. I said, yeah, I'm happy with that. So yes, we've done a trade. So he's kindly sent me over a box of goodies. I have obviously opened up this already. I actually got this yesterday, and I've actually spent and sat and tested all the stuff in here, because he was quite concerned that because he wasn't able to test it, or he didn't know whether they'll work or not. Pardon me. There are a few that don't work, but I'll come to those in a minute. So we've got open it up, and we've got a note, and it basically says Retro Dave Nintendo, enjoy, and then it just says, hey Dave, enjoy your trade, hope they all work, all the best Jay, sybersnake7. So yeah, that's real kind of you, mate, thanks very much. And let's say it was really well packaged as well. Excellent packaging, mate. Cheers for that, thanks very much. Well protected, nothing was damaged when it arrived. So yeah, so little box of goodies. So I'll basically take them out as they are in front of me. They were wrapped in like a paper, but I've obviously taken that off. So all what's coming out now has been tested and it all works perfectly. So really pleased with that, mate. So the first one is Dandare. We've got Street Surfer, Mayday, what's this? Mayday Squad Heroes, Rolling Thunder, Time Traveller, Green Beret, and there's the A Night Moves box set. Now, this is where we had some problems. In this box, the Sly Spy Secret Agent game, there's 2 tapes of that, works fine, and the game's really good as well. And Nightbreed works. So the 2 games in the box that didn't work were Midnight Resistance and Shadow Warriors. Now, I had Shadow Warriors, which actually come with the Commodore itself, and that didn't work either. So I've got 2 copies of Shadow Warriors, neither of them work. And the only other game that didn't work, mate, was 3D Silicon Fish. So 3 tapes. I couldn't get to load. I tried everything several times, but you know, that's the way it goes. You know, it's no problem. It happens. I say I've got a few games over there I got from the day that didn't work either. So you know, the games are pushing, you know, 30 years old now. So but anyway, mate, I'm really chuffed with the ones that do work, and the games are really good. I'm sure you said these are already doubles, the ones you've already had. So, but honestly, mate, they're really good. The Sly Spy Secret Agent one's really good. Green Beret is good. They're all good. I've tried them all, and I actually really enjoy all of them. I played them both all for about 5 minutes just to test them. So really pleased with those. So yeah, thanks, mate. And I hope you like what I sent you. And I'm sure you'll do a video on that shortly if you haven't recorded it already. So right, that is the trade with Jay, and if you haven't, I'm sure you already have, but if you haven't checked out sybersnake7's channel, please do. I will put a link to his channel in the description. Right, next thing that came, this stuff come today, basically. So I won this lot on eBay, 1 bid. And it was basically a bundle of Commodore 64 games, and it was £5 plus postage. So yeah, got a whole bundle of games in here. So a job lot, which sometimes you can get lucky on. There are a couple of stinkers in here that I'm not interested in, but everything else looks to be okay. Again, this hasn't been tested yet. I'm actually going to do this tonight. So I'll pull them out as they come out of the box. So first one is Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, and it's complete with manual tape. Now I had a quick look. Some of the games are missing bits in these, but we'll come to that as I come along. Now this says Trivial Pursuit, right? And in the back it isn't just Trivial Pursuit. So I thought, oh fucking hell, I don't want to be playing this. But it's got instructions, and then inside is 4 games to this. Check that out. Blockbusters, Bullseye, Krypton Factor and Trivial Pursuit. Now I remember I used to watch Krypton Factor on the telly as a kid, and Bullseye, and Blockbuster in fact. I used to watch all 3 of those. So it'll be interesting to see what they're like. Again, I literally opened these up earlier when I got home from work. So yeah, I'll give those a go. So you never know, they could be gems. This one's just in a white box, and this is 11-a-side soccer and soccer skills. I'm not a football man, so not really worried about those. But again, it's what you get in the bundle. Another random one I'm not really bothered about is Mini Office 2. It's in like some plastic clasp case. No manual, just a tape in there. Not too worried about that one. Ultimate Golf. I never played it, not really worried, not really say a sportsman, but that's all there with manual, 2 tapes in there. Barbarian 2, Dungeons and Dragons. Now I swear that guy is it Wolf or for Gladiator? You know, back in the day, the old school Gladiators in the 90s. I swear that's Wolf, the one that used to always be moody. Look, check him out. I fucking swear it is. But yeah, if anyone knows for sure, let me know. But it looks just like him. Pictionary, I mean really, fucking hell. Is it in there? Yeah, that's all in there. Instructions. Yep, I'm not really worried about that, but yeah. Now this is what I'm interested to see if works. New Zealand story, because this came in my Commodore 64 bundle again that I've got a revival, and it doesn't work. So I'm hoping that this is going to work. What else we got? Now I was looking forward to getting this, the Gold Collection 3. Now I think Jay picked this up actually, at Revival off of the Retro Collect stand on the free table. I'm pretty sure you picked this up, man, so let me know. But this is, I'm sure the one you picked up was a double, like a smaller, like this kind of sized case. But I remember seeing this table. Anyway, both tapes are in there, and this has got Express Raider, Super Cycle, Leviathan, is it? Ace of Aces, Masters of the Universe, Arcade Edition, and Super Huey 2. So yeah, give them a whirl. Ocean Arcadia. Now that shows New Zealand story, Operation Thunderbolt and Chase HQ. Now upon inspection earlier on, I opened it up. It hasn't got exactly what it says on the tin inside. It has got Chase HQ. Again, I'm hoping these work, but who knows. New Zealand Stories in there, so it's another copy of New Zealand Story, so one of them's got to work. And as I said in my top 10 platformers I did recently in a response to the Ninja Bear Hugs video, that is in my top 10 for the NES. So I'm interested to see, one, if either of these fucking things work, and what they compare to from the NES version. So perhaps I'll let you know how I get on with those. And finally, it come with a Gable, can't remember if that's a C or a G at the bottom there. So it's not Operation Thunderbolt as described on the box, but I guess the guys got mixed up with an ocean tape and chucked it in. But yeah, so those 3 games are in that box. One not too worried about, Chessmaster 2000, not in the chest, 1 bit. The case is obviously savable, in good condition, so I might just rob it for the case. And the Disney collection, it says 5 games, but guess what? Is there 5 in there? Is there fuck? We've got 2. We've got Magic Land Dizzy and Treasure Island Dizzy, Fantasy World Dizzy, Dizzy Fast Food. So maybe it's split, what's that then? So what, 2, 3, 4. So there's 1 missing. What one is that? I won't compare it now. Yeah, it looks like there's one missing. I can't remember what I fucking said now. But I have got, no, that's for the Amstrad. I have got some loose Dizzy tapes, so I'm not too worried. I've probably got them on the Amstrad anyway. Now a quick update actually on the Amstrad. As you can hear, I think, behind me, it's running in the background. Now, in my video I showed it set up and working, like a first test with Mummy. Well, I was using that tape adapter to kind of bypass the fuck tape deck, and it was all working okay, including a couple of the games, Roland on the Ropes being one of them. Hang on. Now, what happened was, shortly after shooting that video, I packed it all away, brought it in here, set it all up, and I couldn't get nothing to work. And so I basically ordered, I'll show you what I ordered. I've got a pack here. This is from Retro Computer Shack. Now I've bought several items off these guys. They've got an eBay shop. And what I've done, I've bought cables for the Amiga 500, and I've bought cable for the SCART cable for the Commodore, so the 5-pin DIN to SCART for the TV, and I bought the cable from them for the Spectrum as well, for the SCART. So they're a real good shop on eBay, and yeah, quick postage. And yeah, quality stuff, so the leads are all working fine. So I thought, well, I'll go to them to try and get a new band for the tape drive, to try and fix this fucking tape drive. So it's a 2-pack, and it's basically for the Spectrum Plus 2, which I've already got, and the Amstrad CPC 464. So I thought, well, 2 birds with 1 stone. Although Spectrum works, I've got a spare one. So this is the old band that I took out of the back of the tape drive of the Amstrad. I'll just see if I can hold this up real quick without boring you to death. How am I going to do this? I don't quite know. If you get the idea, I've laid the old one on top, and you can see the difference in size. The gap is where this has stretched over the years, and yeah, it just wouldn't pull the tape wheels round. So £4 for 2, so basically £2 each. And it's fixed. Now I say it's fixed because I changed this, and the tape drive started working. So I was like real pleased. Actually, the first person I told was Carl Woodland 37. I know how much he loves the Amstrad, and I kept on down on progress. I took it all apart, cleaned all the dust out of it and stuff like that. I actually texted him and said, "Oh look, it's working," you know, real pleased. And then it wouldn't fucking load nothing, and there was no loading sound, and it'd drop in and out, and I was like, oh, what the fuck's wrong with it now? And it basically, from what I could work out, I was trying all different kind of solutions. I tried cleaning the tape head with a tape head cleaner, and it wouldn't have none of it. So although I'd fixed the tape drive not working, it transpired that the tape head, the reader itself, was all over the place. There's no adjustment as far as I could see on there for adjusting it, and it just basically weren't loading anything. Anything was coming up, read error A, read error B, and it just weren't having none of it. And Carl was basically looking on the internet for me while we were on FaceTime, saying that they were coming up with, you know, tape error messages were, you know, intermittent gaps in the reading of the tape. So I thought basically the tape that was knackered, and I was a bit pissed off. That I basically got these, took it apart, cleaned it up, and it was no good. So I thought, you know, okay, I've paid £10. I've got a monitor out of it that works perfectly. I've got a load of games that, you know, some work, some don't, obviously. So yeah, I thought for a £10 I took a good gamble. So what I've actually done is I've actually ordered another one, which is collection only, and my dad's actually going to pick it up, which is in Manchester. So my dad's going to pick it up for me and bring it down. So that's got a lot of games as well, and that one's in full working order, and it looks in real clean condition as well. So I'm looking forward to getting that, but I'm not going to get that for a few weeks yet, just for my birthday. He's going to come down, drop it in for me. So yeah, so I've actually bought another CPC 464 with another colour monitor and another load of games, a little bit more than what I paid for this one, but this one is fully working, so I'm happy to pay that. Now, after I bought that, me being me, not giving up on trying to fix the one I've got now, as a last resort, I actually desperately trying to get this thing to load any games. It wouldn't load anything. Got some cotton buds and WD-40 just because of the first thing that come to hand, and basically sprayed the WD-40 in the cotton bud, and I was wiping the tape head and then drying it. That didn't work, and then I had a brainwave. I tried using the dry, I don't think I've got it to hand. Hang on, I'll tell a lie, yes I have. Right, so I tried using just a head cleaner, the dry type. Didn't really work, so I thought, right, what else do I try? I've got a wet one as well, a wet one where you drop the fluid on the tape, but the tape, because it's like a cloth, it's not taut enough for it to pull the tape round, that makes sense, so it's useless. So then I come up with a brainwave, and the solution, head cleaning solution that comes in the box, is basically distilled water and IPA. Now IPA, as you know, is a magical weapon against electronical components, and it fixes everything. Well, it cleans up electrical stuff anyway. So what I did was I put a few drops of this on a cotton bud and wiped the tape head with it, and then at the end of the cotton bud went orange, and I thought, well, there we go. It must be caked in shite. So wiped it, cleaned it, and now, as you can see behind me, it works. So yeah, so I've kind of now got two Amstrads that are going to be working, a bit of luck. So I might just keep this one as a spare. Some of the games, the little pile of games up there, don't work. They're ones I've tried, but I can't get to work. So I'm going to try those on the new one that I get and see if it loads them up on them. I think the tape deck might be a little intermittent, but I think I have fixed it, because it seems to be working well. Plays everything, the band change has worked, and the IPA has done magic. At the minute we've got Roland in the Caves just in the background. I know it's a bit repetitive, so I'll shut up talking now and crack on. But yeah, so just for a bit of an update really. This has done the trick. The new band's done the trick. So yeah, that's kind of working. So from that, I actually bought a couple of games for the Amstrad. Now, the game I had on the first test run was Oh Mummy. Now, as I said, when I couldn't get it to work, I couldn't get Oh Mummy to load. When I did that video, that was the one and only time I could get that game to work, and I was so frustrated because it's my favourite game. So yeah, I was really pissed off, desperately trying to get it to work, and I thought the tape was knackered. So I actually ordered another one for the sake of, I think it was £1.90 delivered. I got another copy, which is guaranteed working, and I've loaded it up before I shot this video actually. First time, so really happy to have a second copy of this. The copy I've got, one side definitely doesn't work, will not load one side, but the other side it will. This one works both sides, so that was a bargain. I think £1.90, I'm really pleased, real good shape, so I'm really happy to have that. I also ordered, I've just shown this in the Commodore section, Turtles. Now, the reason I've got this is because I love the Turtles games, and this is basically a rip-off from the NES version of Turtles 1, which is in my top 10 video game. If you can see the screenshots at the bottom there, the images are from the Amiga, which I don't have the Amiga version, and the Amiga version is 16-bit anyway, as far as I'm aware. Don't hold me to that. So I think it'd be an unfair test. So I've actually already got this game on the Spectrum. I've had it since I've had the Spectrum for ages, and I've actually, so I say, today got the Amstrad version and the Commodore version. And what I'm actually going to do, I think I might do in another video, is have all three loaded up on the three systems at the same time, and basically do a video comparing the graphics of each game and showing the differences. And I know straight away the best one, car will as well. I mean, he's got his own opinion, I've got mine, and yeah, I think it might be an interesting video to do, to compare all 3 games. I've got all 3 versions of the same game, so that might be interesting to do that, so keep an eye out for that one. But anyway, I bought this. The guy listed at £5 plus £1.50 postage, but I really wanted it because it was complete, and when I say complete, it's got everything in the box. Let me show you. So it's all fell out now, bear with me a moment. So it's got the green tape bag, the tape, and it's in really good, like excellent mint to mint condition. The instructions, postcard, an updates improvements leaflet, warranty card, and they've also got the original till receipt from WH Smith's, and it was £12.99, and it was 23rd of March 1991. So it's got the original till receipt, and it's also got some stickers from the Turtles. I guess they would have gone in a sticker album, so I thought that was really cool to have those in, Panini stickers. And I actually had these as a kid, and the Turtles transfers, I thought that was pretty cool to have all those in the bag. And I actually asked him if he'd do a buy it now because I wanted it, like I said, and he said he'd do it for a tenner. So I always thought, well, all in 10 quid, and it's in like mint condition. I was happy to pay that. Some of you might think it's expensive for one game. Works perfectly, loaded it up, it's got everything in there, so really pleased to have that one. And I'll tell you now, I think that the Amstrad version is the best version. Graphically, it's great. So yeah, that's the best. I think it's the best version. Carl thinks it's the best version. So I've kind of given away what I'm gonna say on the next video, but I'll show you all anyway, so you can all see. But this version is really good. Right. The next thing I'm going to show you is Rockabilia again. I've got an eBay store, and they're at Revival selling bits from their shop. And as I mentioned in my Revival video, the light gun and 3 of the games I couldn't get to work, tried everything. So I basically emailed the guy that sold me the kit. He actually put a comment on my Revival video, so thank you for that. And I got back to him and basically told him that a couple of bits didn't work, and he was really helpful. Like I said before, I've bought from them before on eBay, bought Spectrum stuff, and they were really good. Stuff came quick, well packaged, and yeah, after sales care is really good. So yeah, again, they've pulled through, and I contacted them with the problems I had with the Commodore, and they said, yeah, you know, he did his best to help me out. He unfortunately didn't have copies of the games that I'd bought available at all. He had none. So he was kind enough to basically suggest some alternatives. I said I was into platform games, that's mainly my thing. So he come up with a couple of platform games and a shooting game for the gun, because the gun I can't get to work either. So they very kindly sent me a replacement today. I've just ripped my address off the front. So there is the package it came in, and it's really well packed. I've literally only just cut the tape on this to save time on the video. So if I can get it open, that's got a cap. So it's all packaged really well. So yeah, this is the little leaflet that come in there. Rockabilia tells you what they do. It's all there. Facebook page and contact details, email address. Yeah, really good. So packaging. So they basically sent me a replacement gun because mine does not respond at all. You know, these things happen. I tried everything, and you know, he was kind enough to basically test all this stuff before he sent it to me, which is really good. It's in real good clean condition as well. So it's a Cheetah Defender gun. So really pleased with that. And the replacement games they sent, well packaged. Thank you. I'm not too sure if they're going to see this video or not, but thank you again for sending the stuff out. It's really really appreciate it. So if I can get into the games, what we got as replacements for the games that didn't work, which if I can remember off the top of my head, I think I can just about make them out. Well, Chase HQ, New Zealand Story, and Shadow Warriors are the ones that I bought in the bundle that didn't work, and instead I was sent Dragon Ninja, Vigilante, and these are all tested and working as well, they said, and Army Days. Now this one is for use with the gun, and I thought, well, it'd be quite handy to have another gun game, so yeah, got that one. So thank you again, Rockabilly, for sending that out to me. I really appreciate it. I'll give these a blast in a little while once I've done this video. So for that, guys, move it out of the way. Have a swig of the beer. And that, for now, is it. Still waiting for a couple of bits to come, but I think, yeah, I'm not going to go any more on that one. I'm going to keep that as a surprise. So I'm waiting for a couple more bits, so there will be another pickups video coming up at some point, but as yet they are to arrive, so I thought I'd get these bits out of the way. Again, thanks Jay for sending us that trade, really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to, you know, getting a bit more time on those games. I've still got all this other stuff to sort out, so I will get back to those. Thank you again, Rockabilly, for sending me those bits, really appreciate it. And yeah, thanks Carl for helping us out on the phone and FaceTime, give me some different ideas, and talk to me about the Amstrad stuff. It's really interesting to hear your side of it and what you think of it. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please rate, comment and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. So yeah, catch you soon. Cheers guys.